Hello YouTube, this is Starcon633, and today I'm bringing a review of the Power Rangers Super Megaforce Wild Force Red Line Zord. I actually forgot to mention in the other two videos that I actually got both of those, the other auxiliary from Amazon for a little bit more than retail because of the shipping and everything, but for some reason, none of the stores in my area still yet to actually get a hold of any of the auxiliary mechas, so I don't know what's going on. I have yet to even see this line. I got this on Toys R Us's website, so that's how I was able to get the line. Anyways, the line, the only accessories that it comes with is the red Wild Force key and 2 missiles, which is kind of odd, and obviously whatever is actually on the line itself. Especially for around the $25 price point, and the fact that it's a bigger sword. You would think it also came with the samurai key, but no biggie because I actually got the key set. Anyways, let's take a quick look at the box. It's in a much larger box than the other auxiliary mecha. It's not a open style, but it's still sealed box. Back it shows you a few of the features that it got. It's funny because it actually shows a silver missile. Well, it's a black missile, really. It's also got the previous Red Rangers in the box as well. It's got a very nice canyon-like design on the back to show that it's like, what's it called, where the red line stands on top of and everything. Anyways, we'll take a quick look at the Wild Force Red key. It seems like all the ones the auxiliary have a little weird problem. My Mystic Force Red is broken, and the SPD one's got that weird problem, the same thing the Mystic Force Red key where it doesn't fully close. This one, it's got a weird spring problem. Not sure how well it's coming in camera, but it's got this weird squeaky sound to it, and I have no idea what's causing that. Take a quick look at what it does in the morpher. Yeah, this one comes out as Ninja Storm for some reason. So yeah, it's pretty much the same sound you're pretty much going to get from the key set. So, anyways, it's got a gimmick where you can actually plug in a missile into his mouth. And then, just like the other auxiliary mecha, you can actually place a key slot there. Then, it fires. So, it's kind of a weird gimmick, but I guess it kind of makes sense as it's kind of like the line is attacking and everything. I don't actually own any of the Japanese mecha, as I previously stated in the other videos, but I know for sure from looking at pictures, this is actually a completely different mold design. Almost the entire thing doesn't have really any similarity, or should say little to none, at least. It's got some, but what's it called, similarities to the design of the actual Japanese Wild Force line or Gal line that attaches to Gokaio. It's also got this weird gimmick also where you can actually remove its tail here, and you actually peg it onto the top here. So it's like some weird bladed lion, weird little form. It's kind of a weird design. I'll just plug it back on. It's also got wheels on the bottom of his feet, so it can kind of like roll. It doesn't roll that well, but yeah. Another thing is that for some reason they made these things removable. I think this is just so that you can actually remove the pieces from the box, because they were kind of like tied in and everything. So I think that's just there for easy removal from the box, which is, I don't know why they like doing that for a lot of things, but anyways. To combine this itself with the Wild Force Megazord for the Wild Force combination, you actually just need to move the legs. And then, on top here, there's these 2 pegs, or I should say 2 holes where you actually can peg the legs into. So, it kind of goes like that. So yeah, there you have the Wild Force combination. If I can show you the actual Megazord in shot, that would have been better. Yeah, this is a pretty neat combination. It's just like Gao Icarus or the Ice Megazord combination, so it's nice that they have the nod with the Wild Force form, except, yeah, I guess it is kind of lazy just because that's all it is, it's just attaching to a line. But you can actually do one more form with this mecha. You just pretty much don't use these two at all, so let's just take them away. But before that, I guess I'll take a quick size comparison between the three auxiliary mecha. The ones that release, so there. As you can see, it's quite, like, what's it called, different size difference there between the three auxiliary mecha. Anyways, to fully combine it with Gao Lion, or the Wild Force line, what you're going to have to do is pretty much take this entire body apart. So you also move this tail piece here. Remove this piece here. Then remove the Wild Force line's head as well. Kind of just pick it off like that. So you have it in its individual components, and you also take that off as well. Now, to fully combine it, what you're going to have to do is take the top part of the legendary Megazord and just attach it here, so it pretty much gives them like giant legs. Now what you're going to have to do is pull these down, and also you have to put that out as well. You just peg these on to the Zord builder ports up there. And I put it on the wrong side of the arm. There you go. Now what you're going to do next is take this crust off and put it back the other way. So you have the new helmet for the combination. Before that, we're going to open the back compartment. And this piece here actually slots into there, and this one actually snaps into place, unlike the others. So you have that so far. Now what you're going to do is remove the original helmet, and then you peg on the new helmet. And there you have the full combination of the Samurai Legendary Zord, or whatever they're going to call it. There is no names on the box. It's combinations, so, or in the instructions, so yeah, I'm just pretty much going as they're probably just going to slap together. The Japanese release was obviously molded differently, as even more. It's one, these legs weren't as skinny in the show, they were actually more blocky, and these actually were slide down and everything. It had a lot more transformation on the Japanese release, unlike the American release, where it just kind of, you put pieces together and there you go. The legs here are a lot more slimmer than the Japanese release. And then these pieces were actually just kind of hiding in there, where obviously since the components open and everything, now they gave you these weird little shoulder guard things, which, just like the Mystic Dragon, hinders their articulation, so now he's pretty much stuck not being able to do anything. Which kind of sucks, because its finishers need its arms to move. The cool part is that, unlike the Japanese release, I forgot exactly why it couldn't. It had to do with some kind of piece coming off in order to form this or something. You can actually make him dual wield this, as well as the second weapon, which I'll show now. This piece here, what you do is you just remove either side, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you have the swords. What you're going to do is you place the sword like this, I'm not sure if it actually faces upward or downward. I think it actually faces upward in this formation. Then, you're pretty much going to turn this around. And then slide it in so that it actually slots in all the way. Close up the other piece here. Turn this around. Then you just plug in the sword in the opposite direction. Like that. And there you have it in Naginata mode. So yeah, it's cool that this thing is still able to do that, especially with the dual combinations. It's a pretty cool gimmick. Anyways, there's actually one more thing you can do if you wanted to. You can actually, once again, plug in the missile. Like that. You can plug in the key back in the barrel back here again. Then turn it. And it also fires the missiles. So that's actually it's actually more interesting that the missile actually fires in this mode than it does in the regular mode. What really does suck is that can't do anything. They're just stuck in this position because of how the arms and shoulders are like. So it's unfortunate that you can't really move it around. What you can also do is, I guess you could take this, place it around like that, and then you could actually... This is actually not on the Japanese release, but there's actually a hole that obviously is there so that you can actually plug in the missile. You can actually make him carry the blade like that, so now it's got some blade attack and all that. It's kind of similar to how the Ghost Age Jet is like with the axe, so that's actually kind of cool that they actually added that gimmick, but... Anyways. That's pretty much it for the Gao Lion, Wild Force Lion, Shinken Kai, or whatever you call this form. It's a pretty neat set. I actually really like the Wild Force line. It's a cool toy. It has a lot of features. The price point isn't too terrible for it, though it does kind of make sense that it should at least came with one more key, since it actually doesn't even have a figure, unlike the other two sets. But it kind of makes sense since it's got multiple form combinations. Anyways, this is definitely worth the pickup, especially if you've been collecting the other Megazord so far, or other mecha so far. We only got about 3 more mecha to go if it's going by the Japanese release. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get the Zeo Battle card since it wasn't in Gokaiger, and I doubt it's going to be in Super Megaforce to begin with. It's probably just a toy line only thing, but... yeah, so... please comment, subscribe, check out Token News, Hirotaku, Rajio, Nihon, and the other channels down below, and I see you YouTube. Bye.